What's up guys, it's Drac, and coming in at just under 40 bucks at Walmart.com, we have the Nerf Rival Saturn. Now, the Nerf Rival Saturn is part of the Rival Edge line, which is supposed to, or originally had these lightning bolt triggers. They looked pretty hot. They're built-in internal magazine performance rifle blasters with a focus on accuracy. Given that the Rival balls are already pretty accurate and predictable in their flight path to a certain FPS and to a certain distance, they don't really do anything special to get extra accuracy. However, they have really nice shells, they have really crisp trigger pulls, and this one is a little different. The other two are kind of futuristic, almost Olympic match grade kind of pistol sniper. This guy's like a pseudo shotgun with a Wild West style inspired wood stock. This is very similar to the Slingfire sort of deco of old. Of note, just like the Long Strike before it, it uses this simple notch system to lock this in. If you're planning on modifying yours, or you just want to be able to break it down for storage for whatever reason, you're going to want to sand or carve or Dremel a second notch in here so that you can pop this back off. I'm not super duper concerned about that because I don't see myself making a mod guide for this blaster in the future, but you pop that in and then you have a full grip. Of note, if you're gripping it back here, this blaster is crazy top heavy. Of course, the most important question is, so it does spin. You could fulfill some Terminator fantasies with it. However, if you saw that it was coming close to here on me, you better have a 6'6" wingspan if you plan on spinning it, because I'm out there and it's still coming pretty close. So that said, it's an overall handsome blaster. This is a very sleek, futuristic design. The fact that this is more or less the same width throughout its design is actually really good language. You've got the hexagon up here, these little indents here, no paint on either side of the blaster with the exception of the stock, and I don't mind that. I like that they didn't half-ass a paint job and instead decided to no-ass it. Like, that's a whole lot better than pretending, I think. In addition, some of the cutouts, some of the plastic choices in the molding really make this look good. It's like a neon green. It's very similar to the other Rival Edge blasters before it. You've got one top rail up top and a super chunky grip underneath. The safety is over here. It's in a very easy to locate selection. My only downside there is that I wish pushing it away from you was the fire select to make it easy to pull out of safety. Instead, down is safe, up is not. So that gives you full crunchy action. Now, in splitting up this tack rail, we have a ramp, no door here, so definitely don't pinch a finger in there, but theoretically Rival is for older Nerfers anyway. So it's supposed to take 10 rounds. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. With 10 rounds in, it's starting to feel pretty full. Let's see if we can't squeeze an 11th in there. Ooh, you can get an 11th in, but that's about as far as I'm willing to push mine. A jam on this would be pretty unfortunate since there is no jam door or flap to get in there. You'd have to go in through the muzzle, and that's a good chunk of dead space, about 5 inches or so of dead space in the front, which would be pretty difficult for pliers. Let's go ahead and close the breech, and you should have noticed one thing that's very important there. Not only is the performance like very standard for Rival, this actually seems to be a pretty solid offering. The only thing that I'm not loving about this is that it has all of this room for a stroke, and this is just a huge grip, which kind of disguises the fact that the stroke is realistically only about 3 inches of compression. That said, the action is crisp. It feels really good. Does it have slam fire? Yes, it does. This would be a really cool zombie blaster. I actually like it. Again, the front heaviness is going to get to you after a while. To offset that, you've got a couple of sling point attachments. However, it's under here, one here, and one here. Overall, this is a pretty solid offering. I kind of like it. The more I play with it, the more this knurling built into the grip is actually making the grip slightly better. I've always been a big fan of fencing grips. The swordsman in me, I guess, kind of likes it. I like that if you're holding it like this, you can rest it to kind of create a lever to offset some of that weight up front. Like, overall, it's a pretty handsome blaster. I wish they'd left the lightning bolt trigger though. Let's put it over the chronograph. All right, guys, so we're out here with the Saturn, and again, like, the more I play with this one, the more I like it. The rival blasters seem to be the real last holdout for like actual performance and decent design over at the mothership, and this proves to be no exception. It's very, very nice in terms of its ergo. I even kind of like the weight distribution, and I'm overall kind of digging this sci-fi, like, shotgun rifle-esque aesthetic. It looks like something that properly painted up could very easily be in like Terra Nova or even Firefly. Like, it's a pretty cool aesthetic. The one thing that we do have to talk about is this costs a little bit less than the Jupiter, the former sniper rifle, and that's because instead of having one of those really slick targets for marksman-like accuracy, you get one of these guys. This is a reactive target. It's designed such that if you shoot it and hit it, it will flip over like this, and then again, and it'll present a new target each time where it should fall into place. We're gonna kind of test that real quick. We're just gonna fire at it before we put anything over the chronograph. I shot at it with a couple of like lower caliber ammos, aka 50 cal darts, and I even put an ultra dart into it, and I couldn't get it to knock over. So hopefully the inertia of a rival shot from the Saturn itself will, all right, that's kind of cool. I missed. What if I shoot the, well, that worked only because it was sitting on the lip. But you guys kind of get an idea of how this works. Of course, I do want to point out, just from a product perspective, the other ones make a ding noise. The other ones have multiple pieces. Like, this is a very cheap reactive target design that's similar to certain real steel targets and shows a little bit of inspiration from that. But did I just chamber twice? I think I did. That's unfortunate. So slight chambering inconsistencies, and it doesn't always react as a reactive target. However, overall, I think that it's a nice include. It certainly beats the heck out of those little Alpha Strike kind of pop bottle, Coke can-esque thingies that break apart on impact. I don't think that those are nearly as nice. So let's get some chronograph numbers. Let's put a couple downrange. Let's see if this is delivering standard rival performance. I would love to see triple digits out of the Saturn here. It's not bad. All right. I bounced off there, so that 88 should be low. 95, 90, 91, 92, duplicate 92. I felt like I shot twice that. And then another 95. What do we have left in the tank? There's no real way to see how much ammo you have left, which is kind of a downside. You could, of course, keep track, kind of count your shots. That's what the old Hawk Moon main in me would say you should do. But no, none of your shots will be lucky in this case. However, maybe you'll actually hit your target downrange. So let's do some level shots. Two of those went a little short. One of them went went a little long. Try saying that one out loud at your computer desk. I'm just playing. I know that you guys are watching this one on your phone these days, probably while you're using the restroom. But that wasn't terrible. Let's take a couple angled shots at our tree downrange. And we just can't quite make 80-foot ranges happen, but we can get every bit of 70. They're landing just a little shy. I don't know where to put this one on my scale. It's not a must pick up. But it's definitely not a like buy on sale. It's like, if you want one of these and didn't pick up an Edge Blaster before and you like the aesthetic, I think this is a solid offering. 10 rounds, nowhere near as compound or compact as the Takedown. And so if you just want a pump action shotgun with this kind of grip, the Takedown is going to serve you a little bit better. However, if you like this aesthetic, I think that this is a solid offering. I don't have an issue with the $40 price point. I like the overall ergo for it. I think that it's just not that bad. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll try and find a link to this one that I can put down in the description box below. Right now, the only place I know you can pick it up is walmart.com. We'll see if we can't get an Amazon affiliate link. That would be pretty sweet. Again, do not swing this at home. Every time I feel the rush of wind as it swings past my face, and it makes me just a little bit nervous. But I think that this one's a solid offering. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But overall, I'm going to give this one a thumbs up. Much love. Nerf on. Drac out.